that. So you know the whole
awareness, interest, desire, action, the market.
Yeah. Would you say that that method is dead, or is
absolutely, absolutely, right? But to a point. To a point, depending on what you're doing. What is it you're looking to do? Generate business?
Yeah, build relationships and stuff like that.
Right. The thing with most universities, we need to understand, it's the only reason why I went into the institution to really try to make that mark, because we found from outside it wasn't working. A lot of the models they use are outdated models. Alright, when I went and studied management theory and all these things, Frederick Winslow Taylor, classical theory, Elton Mayo, and all these kind of, these guys, what a time they were in. Right? It's like it was the only part of the world it was going on. The rest of the world was evolutionising as well. Don't get me wrong, some great, wonderful things going on. But hey, they put up pyramids. How they do that? We still ain't worked it out yet. So there's something going on here. Right? So what we really need to understand is when you're looking at models, I always say create your own. Create your own formula. If you're actually doing it, monitor, track it, because if it ain't getting measured, it's not getting done. Alright? And like I say, don't trample on people, don't hurt people. Alright? Value them. When you value yourself, you'll value people. Alright? And believe you me, you don't have to be a rocket spill, you don't have to have all the techniques in the world, but you do need some basic understanding of what it means to sell. Because if you don't have that, you're going nowhere. Prospecting is the key in business, whether you're going online, because you're going to need to understand marketing in terms of online marketing or whatever. But primarily, I always say pick up the phone. Everyone's scared to pick up the phone.
There's a second question too. So,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so in regards to that then, in regards to getting referrals, for many businesses that I'm talking to do not know how to get referrals.
No.
Okay, so what would you say is the best way for them to leverage?
You want to start with keeping costs down?
Yeah.
You want to keep costs down? Pick up the phone. Get a BT phone line with broadband, all cost included. Alright, get yourself a website.
Yeah.
Understand, get a basic contract together, understand what the terms are and everything else. I'm not talking about one off the internet, understand, there's enough advice out there that you can get for enterprise hubs and so on. Alright, and learn how to negotiate. That's route one. Alright, learn how to negotiate. And the only way you're going to learn how to negotiate is getting in front of people. Alright, don't be scared to meet people, whether it be at networking or whatever. If you meet people, someone from networking, pull them into a position where you can close a deal. But I'm always a lover of the phone because it keeps costs down.
So when does the referral system kick in then? So is it after you finish with the...
Well, the referral's only as good as the person referring. The person referring is selling it for you. So it's out of what method of referral that you have in the model.
Yeah, so when was the best time? So once you finish they finish the program and then ask for the referral after?
There's that end of it, when they say when they're at their highest that it's able to do that.
Yeah.
But then if there's value in it and they see the value of it as years go on and they're benefiting from it, it could be 2 years down the road. Right? Because it might not click, the penny might not drop till down the road, but you've got that relationship. Does that make sense?
Why would a referral 2 years from down the road though?
That could be the most valuable thing to sort yourself. That could be £1 million referral. Yeah. But what I'm saying to you is, you see, this is what happens to us. You know, we start to place value on human beings. You know, let's start understanding in terms of network, right? And in information networks. You know, let's start moving away from the computers and start working with human beings again.
Yeah.
And do what a computer does physically. I'm not saying not to use a computer, you need to understand what I'm saying.
It's problem solving. You're talking about problem solving, aren't you?
But problem solve to a point, but what I'm saying to is communication.
I mean, the self-compassion, what is
Absolutely.
the other, what's the other person?
And the gentleman said trust, empathy.
What
trust
does a customer
empathy.
want? What they're looking for?
Well, there's that end of it, but half the time customers don't know what they want. Most of my clients don't know what they want. You know, I get in front of them and it's only when I give them a headache they realise they really got a headache, you know?
So you coach them through it then? Do you coach them through it?
Yeah, actually, more consultative approach, but you know, it's really just asking the right type of questions, understanding what you've got, asking questions around what you've got. If it doesn't fit, don't wear it. Don't push it.
Can I ask
a quick question?
I've got last one.
Sorry, can I ask a question? You asked a question already. It's only fair. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You finished? Yeah?
No, I haven't even started yet.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. I'm not conscious of the time, right? So, yeah. All right. I'll open up to you. Go.
It's with regards to revolutionary car concept. It's revolutionary car concept. It's happened in the UK. It's happened in the USA.
Right.
And it's how to change the perception of the English with regards to this revolutionary car concept.
Right.
It's basically you can drive a new car.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
Yeah.
To pay £50.
Yeah.
And it's actually legit.
Yeah.
And it's a change to the UK perceptions of
But I don't want to change the UK perception, I want to change American perceptions of all selling, because that's half the reason why the world's going mad. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with us Brits, we're great. Yeah? British selling's great, we're the world leaders in it, we just don't know it.
That's right.
Did you know we're the world leaders in universal science of selling?
But it's taken off.
In America, well, they do it. They buy into what we do all the time and invest in it.
Yeah.
Most of what's going on over there, but it's their approach in doing it.
And it's all legit.
Right? It's the approach in doing it. And this is what, this is the way, in fact, that's why we've got to take back what's ours and own it. Especially with things like Brexit coming up. We've got to recognise what's
It's the
ours.
same thing that's
Yeah.
out there as well.
Well, you've got to
Yeah.
get the right
And
politicians
to
first.
try and get the UK people to, take it on board and run.
Absolutely. Well, this is what we're doing with Get Britain
And
Selling. That's what it's about, really. It's
Yeah.
getting us to recognise what our talents are and understand we're the best salespeople in the world. We just don't know it yet. And for the country to go and the economy to go, we've got to all start selling. But we've got to do it ethically. All right, with a
It's all
level of
ethical.
principles.
It's all ethical. It's
Absolutely.
It's crowdfunding.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying crowdfunding. I've got a lot of people doing stuff with crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Crowdfunding UK and Westminster Crowd. We do a lot of work around that in terms of small business support and that. Yeah. But then, like I said again, the crowd's another thing, right? Just so you know, most people when they do crowd, what do? They put themselves on crowd. They're 2,000-3,000 down the lane. All right. Now who's going to see it? Most investors, when they're going through crowd, how many pages do you think they go through? Yeah. So there's nothing wrong getting a link, your link off the crowd, and putting it out there, and then picking up the phone. Yeah, and selling it and directing people to where you are on the crowd. Yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah, because that's the way I do
It's all
it.
linked to website.
Absolutely, direct them to where you
Yeah.
are. Sell them the concept.
Yeah.
Get hold of directors. Be gatekeepers. Don't wait. Don't this reactive thing like the world's going to come and give us something. You know what I mean? You've got to be proactive. Go out and get it. Seize the time. Yeah, I'm not saying you ain't got to cut people's throat doing it. Love what you do. Have passion about it. Be enthusiastic about it. People are buying to that.
It's
If that
an
alone.
opportunity, but they just don't take it and grab it. I see it.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone to their own, I believe. You know, look, it's like this. If you know what you've got, you know what your product is, you learn it. You ask questions around your product. If it doesn't fit, leave it alone. Walk away. All right? There's always another prospect. Where most people go wrong, they put square pegs in round holes. And then the next day, the customer gets up, buyer's dissonance, they feel frustrated, they feel pressured. There's no relationship in that. All right? So when they get up and say, that guy walked away the other day, but I tell you what, I've left a good impression on me. Now, he might not buy, but he might know someone else. Right? Do you understand? That's your objective. Right? Your objective is selling you, selling your personality. You're the key.
Yeah.
All right? That's what you want. Yeah? Don't over push it. Yeah? There's a level there. All right? And you've got to know, yes, there's a heightened skill there. And as you get better and better, obviously you'll convert more. But eventually you'll start walking away from orders before the client even does. We was at a place the other day, we'd done a seminar there and they wanted it. No name, no warrant, but what I'm saying, we walked away because we knew that company had over 2,000 staff, but we knew that company was not the type of company we wanted because of the model they were using. Yeah? Now, we could have took the business quite easily. It would have been worth a lot of money. But where would it have ended up? In the scrap basket. Right? So what I'm saying, have some vision when you're dealing with people. Understand, if I'm going to work with this person, where am I going to be with this person? And ask that question of them. Supposing where we were to work together, where do you see our relationship in 5 years? It's a powerful sales question. Yeah, now you sit back. And absolutely. Yeah, always. How many years you got? We'll finish up on this. How many years you got? How many years have you got? Oh, sorry, my apology. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah. I'm just conscious of the time. Go on. Far away.
One of my biggest failures is that I'm very good at helping someone else, other people in business, and I've done that really, really well. But I'm not good at getting me off the ground and getting my passion up and running. So, how can you help me with that?
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
I've always been this helper.
Nice.
I mean,
Right?
I'm my brother's carer at the moment.
Well, why do you think that is? You know you better than anyone else. Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? Oh, God.
Can you
It's something about, there is some kind of fear going on there. There's a barrier. There is a fear,
false
there's a
expectations of fear and
barrier.
real, right?
The barriers that I'm building up about myself.
That you put in
and not
there for
believing
yourself,
in
right?
myself. Yeah.
So you know what it is.
Yeah.
So how are you going to remove those barriers?
How am I going to remove those barriers? I'm going to move one foot in front of the other.
But do you understand?
Yeah.
Identify the barriers
Yeah.
and then take them one at a time. Release those barriers. All right, and I'll finish up on this. How many ears do you have? How many ears on your head do you have?
2.
2. How many mouths do you have?
1.
In future, when you're selling, use them in that order. Okay? These are the most powerful things you can have in selling. Most salespeople, all they do is da 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 da. They want to blast their product at you. Right? That's not selling. Right? That's telling. There's a difference. Ask questions around what you have and see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, it's not for you. Okay? So understand that's where your product comes in.
Yeah.
And write a series of 5 to 10 questions around your product. And see if that person's got the bite. Because otherwise you're just going to go, this is wonderful, this is fantastic, this is a great bottle of water, it looks blah, blah, blah. I don't want that, I want the cap. And you just walked away from a deal. Is that making sense? Sell me what I need, not what you think I want. Right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.